Good afternoon and welcome to the Findlay Recreation Center and the Westbrook College Television Network. Hello everybody, I'm Jay Harper flying solo here this afternoon as the Wildcats get set to host Green Mountain. Green Mountain coming in with a very fine 6-2 Mayflower Conference record. Meanwhile, of course, Westbrook College countering at 7-1. So a very big conference matchup, of course, as far as the positioning for postseason play. And of course, psychologically, as you get into the tournament, you want to have your opponent feeling a little bit weary and wondering if they can match up and actually beat you. And of course, whenever you host a game, Coach Jim Graffam does not want to lose here on the Findlay Recreation floor. So a big matchup, and of course, the Wildcats and Green Mountain have staged some classic battles over the last couple of years, and a couple coming in the Mayflower Conference tournaments that they've played here. So a big matchup inside the conference, and of course, Westbrook College coming off two huge wins. The big win over Husson on Wednesday night, then up at Thomas, a little bit of a letdown, but able to have enough to hold on to beat Thomas College. And the Wildcats right now on a very nice 5-0 run here, getting themselves positioned and ready for the postseason. Of course, the play of Derek Vogel continues to sparkle and shine here for the Wildcats. And a new player, Chris McKenney, has really added a lot. His floor play has been very well as of late. He had 20 points in the last game. And Andy Lennon, the point guard, he does it for the Wildcats. He gets them going and running. And then the play of Bob Davies, the sophomore from Old Orchard, has been very spectacular as of late. He's another big key. And of course, when you match up with a team like Green Mountain, who has a lot of size, the Wildcats will look inside. It's going to be a big afternoon for Wernkin, Esty, Corey, and Aaron McClure. They're going to have to step up and play some big ball underneath the paint to get it done for the Wildcats. Should be a good one. We'll take a timeout, back with the opening tip and starting lineups right after this. Welcome back to the Findlay Recreation Center. Jay Harper along with cameraman Steve Poulos as the Wildcats and the Eagles get set for a huge Mayflower Conference matchup. A great crowd on hand on this Saturday afternoon. And Westbrook College coming in 15-9 overall, 7-1 inside the conference. And they get set to take on Green Mountain of Vermont. The Eagles coming in 6-2 inside the conference, 13-7 overall. And these two teams, as I said at the top of the cast, have really waged some nice battles here. Matt Dempsey's troops match up very well with Westbrook College, and they play inspired ball. He seems to really bring out the best in his teams. Eagles out of Poultney, Vermont, very close to Rutland, just outside of Rutland, Vermont. And we'll now listen to the national anthem. Starting lineups now being introduced. First off, for Green Mountain, Ollie George, Justin Wiener, Elamar Brown, Cedric Spence, and Ira Cobb. And now for the Wildcats, should be Lennon, Vogel, Corey McClure, Bob Davies, and Eric Wertgen. There's your 3 starting seniors, and then Davies, a sophomore, and Wertgen, the junior. Said moments ago, the Wildcats 15-9, actually 16-9 now overall. They are on that 5-game winning streak since the loss at Castleton State. Seven 7-1 are Westbrook College in their last 8 games, so being sparked by the play of Vogel and, of course, the additions of Chris McKenney and the return of Bob Davies certainly helped the Wildcats. And it'll be George jumping against Wertgen, the 2 6'7" players, and Wildcats control the tap. Green Mountain matches up man-man. Wildcats looking for the lob off the opening drive, as they usually do, the opening play, but not there for Vogel. Davies, Wertgen, leans in, doesn't go down. Rebound, George. Wertgen, the steal. Leaves for Davies. Wildcats definitely want to up tempo today. Wertgen passes up the 3 ball. That game against Husson on Wednesday, the Wildcats converted 13 3-pointers. Vogel had 4. His turnaround jumper off the window, no good. Drive inside, no good. Wiener. Foul called on Davies.
Foul number 42, Davies, his first.
Cobb takes the 3 ball, no good. Long rebound. Lennon gets it. Kicks over for Davies. Davies pulls up, no good. Wertgen comes in, tries to get the rebound, and George unable to contain it. It'll be Wildcat basketball. Lob for Vogel. He's able to catch. Goes up. Call a jump ball, and I don't know how they get a jump ball out of that. Vogel took the shot, had it blocked. Arrow favoring Green Mountain. Up court, Spence goes baseline, looking over for Wiener. Wiener, good fake, up and in. They have our first 2 points, and the clock not being kept on the scoreboard. It's being kept on a manual clock down below. So I don't know when these scores and things come in. Wertgen leans in and misses badly. Eagles push it up the floor. Spence goes baseline. Traveling called. Cedric Spence, the 6'4" senior out of Brooklyn, New York, their leading scorer, averaging 18.7 points per game. key matchup is Brown and Lennon. A long shot by Davies, he misses, and it's saved by Brown. Brown, the 5'8" senior out of Hartford, Vermont. He's a player. He goes baseline, pulls up, misses, work in the rebound. Brown able to make the steal. Cobb pushing, goes in, has it blocked. Corey McClure now leaves it out for Lennon. Corey McClure, a 3. Off badly, and the Wildcats starting this game much like the women started their contest against the Eagles, a game which they lost. Second conference loss. Looked like Cobb threw it off his own leg. They said it last touched Vogel. 3 officials for this conference matchup. George goes in, up and under, no good. McClure able to take it down in front of Wiener. Lennon floats away, puts it up, draws the foul on Brown, and it'll be 2 free throws for the senior out of Melrose, Massachusetts. Lennon made 9 for 10 in the free throw department against Husson in the waning portion of that game to preserve the W. Makes them both here, and Chris McKinney replaces him, so tied at 2. Lotus, Esty, McKinney all check in. Davies and Vogel stay in the lineup. Cobb able to penetrate, leaves it for Spence. 15-footer, buries it. 4-2, Green Mountain. Vogel floats in. Had it pinned against the backboard, no call, and that's just amazing. I can't even believe what I've seen. 3 officials all missed that call. 3 officials missed it. Coach Graffam not impressed. Ball went off the glass and then was blocked back against the glass. That's goaltending, folks. And that right there is a 5-point swing. Instead of the score being tied at 4, it's 7-2. Green Mountain. Lotus in trouble, loses it. Brown with a steal. Up and in. Wildcats want a timeout, need a timeout. They get it. The score 9-2.
Down, and right now we're not playing fundamental, and we're not ball reversing at all. The ball's going to the corner, we're dribbling, we're trying to do things that we can't do. So I want to start ball reversing. And listen, Derek's got a smaller guy on him. If we can ball reverse and then get him inside, fine. If not, run something else. Get one full low and take the ball to him. All right? Well, let's get the ball inside.
Inside out.
Got to be big. Derek, all right? Let's go.
Come on, guys.
2-3.
Hey, bring him, White. Bring him. Good passes.
Wildcats trying to regroup here, trailing 9-2. Referees trying to, now finally they acknowledge Westbrook College's claims of the goaltending, and he says not automatic. Well, Coach Johnson says if it hits the glass, it is, and it did. It hit the glass, it is automatic. A lob to Vogel. Vogel up, hammered. He'll go to the free throw line. The foul will be on Wiener. Vogel converts. The Wildcats without a field goal. But they have 4 free throws, and it's 9-4. Cobb pushes it up the right wing now, tries to penetrate the middle. Vogel trying to cover him. Cobb with a great move, won't go down. There's Wiener, put back, no good. Still alive, and McKinney out with a rebound. He's got Davies on a wing. McKinney's going to coast it. He's ripped down by Alamar Brown. That's Brown's second personal foul. And how good is Chris McKinney? Boy, he just totally outran the field on the dribble. Amazing and very impressive. Rich Rosario, number 10, the first off the bench for Matt Dempsey. Kenny makes 1 of 2. 9-5. Wildcats still without a field goal. In the women's game, they only had 2 the whole first half. Rosario pulls up, has to leave it back up for Cobb. His shot contested by Lennon. And a pushing foul called on Ollie George. Somewhere around 15 minutes to play, first half. Again, clock not working. Vogel trying to work, leaves it for Lotus. Lotus leans under. Oh, beautiful move, won't go down. There's Esty, high off the window, won't go down. Nate Esty will try it again. Spins it back up, no good, and Spence gets the loose ball rebound. Good work by Lotus and Estes, but Spence gets called for the travel. That'll bring Jerry Joy, number 25, out of Morris, New York. He's a junior, and you would assume the brother of Allison Joy, also from Morris, New York, played on the women's team, had a big game here this afternoon. Lotus leans in, won't go down. Spence all alone out ahead, but here comes Vogel. Vogel doesn't get a call, but put back by Joy. 11-5. Esty, bang. Nate Esty had 10 points against Husson, first game back, and him and Joy going at it. Joy is a very, very emotional player. Technical foul called on the bench here of the Wildcats. Say it's on the assistant coach. Joy and Esty were banging away at each other, and Wildcats want a call. They don't get it, but they get the technical. 11-7. Wildcats have their first field goal, provided by the senior out of Gorham. Nate Esty, and kid that's not afraid to mix it up. And Joy, we saw him last year, very emotional, physical player, and he's certainly not afraid to mix it up either. And Spence struggling from the free throw line, misses them both. So the Wildcats right there able to really fight off any momentum gain by Green Mountain. Spence misses both technicals. 11-7 our score. As Spence comes back and hits the jumper, though. Esty, a long, long three. No good. George goes in for the rebound, takes it down, flails elbows. Spence the pull-up. No good. Workin can't control. Tip back. Joy the rebound. Last touch by Workin. Davies will spell Vogel. 13 minutes. I believe that's what they said. Remaining first half. Cobb left open for three. Rattles in and out. Esty the rebound. Lennon trying to lead McKinney. McKinney taken down, and a foul will be called. Rich Rosario, the 6'3" sophomore out of Brooklyn, New York. Shot missed. Davies, though, comes away with it. Lennon will try. No good. Joy takes it away from Esty. Joy tries a acting job, doesn't get it. Cobb floats in. A beautiful move. Ira Cobb. 15-7. 8-point lead for Green Mountain. A couple weeks ago down in Vermont against Castle State, both the women's and men's teams lost as Workin knocks down a three ball. 15-10. But both teams lost to a conference opponent, believed to be the first time in the history of the Mayflower Conference that both these teams joined. And so I think it's 5 years now they've been inside the Mayflower Conference, 4 or 5, as Spence comes back and hits the jumper. 17-10. And that a possibility here this afternoon as the women fell to Green Mountain and the men now trailing early. McKinney's dump back, stolen. Kick over for Spence. He'll draw the foul from Workin.
Foul to number 35, Workin, his first. Into the Green Mountain lineup, number 52, Chris Fitzpatrick. Into the Westbrook lineup, number 44, Corey McClure, and number 42, Bob Davies.
Chris Fitzpatrick, 6'5" freshman out of Cumberland, Maine, checks in for Green Mountain. Where's number 52? Two Greeley players on the floor, you would presume that Fitzpatrick out of Cumberland played his ball at Greeley. I'm not 100% sure. Of course, that's where the All-American Derek Vogel played his high school ball. Spence makes them both. It's 19-10. Inside Workin, he's wrapped up. Foul, I believe, will be on Joy. Actually, it's on Fitzpatrick.
Working at the line, shooting 2.
Workin makes both free throws. It's 19-12. Wildcats trail 7. Nice dish down for Joy. And Jerry Joy picks up another bucket. Corey McClure, the 3. Short. The rebound, Cobb. Cobb shaking and baking. Comes up. Leaves it for Rosario. Count it.
Foul to number 44, Corey McClure. His first. Rosario back to the
Rosario misses the free throw, and the Wildcats trail by 11. So they're unable to get anyone really going offensively, and especially Derek Vogel. Working another three. He got it. The junior out of Montpelier, Vermont, has 2 threes and instrumental in keeping the Wildcats in it here. Cobb goes in for Joy. Leaves it back out for Rosario. He floats in, puts it up, tries to tip his own shot, almost has it. There's Lennon, outlet for Davies. Bob Davies up, no good. Vogel to put back, no good. Vogel still with it, no good, and he can't get a whistle. Wildcats 0 for 3 on that possession. Davies was looking to elevate, I think, for the jam, and just enough travel called again on Spence. McKinney, Lotus, Vogel, Davies, and Workin out for the Wildcats. Fitzpatrick, Rosario, Cobb, Spence, and Joy out there for Dempsey and the Eagles. The dish down from McKinney, stolen again. He needs to bounce that pass. That little scoop pass isn't working as Cobb penetrates and hits the 8-foot jump shot. 25-15. McKinney a 3. No good. The rebound, Davies keeps it alive. Won't happen. The outlet for Spence. Kicks back, and we got a traveling call. And Eagles. Rosario wondering about the call. Spence being unselfish. I think he could have taken that to the rack himself. Davies goes in, got it. That's a basketball move right there. 25-17. Approximately the halfway mark of the first half. Cobb's pull up, no good. The long rebound, McKinney. Trying to lead it ahead for Aaron McClure, and it's tapped out of bounds by the Eagles. Mascolo checks in, the 5'11" sophomore out of Colonial, New Jersey. Davies ripped, no call. Alvarez, baseline floater, 27-17. Davies takes a 3, makes it. Scorches the nylon for the 3, and it's a 7-point game. Wildcats don't make the short 3 ball, they make the long ones. 3 and 4 feet behind the arc. Rosario goes baseline up to his left hand, a beautiful move, gets his own rebound, and then travels as he tries to avoid the body of Chris Lotus. 7 minutes to play in the half. Kenny has it blocked. Now has to leave it out on top for Aaron McClure. Vogel a 3. In and out. The rebound by Mascolo. Mascolo for Rosario. He takes the fadeaway jumper, no good. Put back by Joy, no good. Vogel, the nice rebound. Gets it up ahead for McKinney. Kenny pulls up. High off the glass, won't go down. Vogel can't follow. Eagles lose it. Out come the Wildcats. They got Vogel with a lob, and the lob just not far enough, and Alvarez able to get back. He gets tied up as Davies wraps him up for a jump ball. Timeout on the floor. Oh, actually, not a timeout. Thought we had one, but we don't. It's Green Mountains basketball on the arrow. 27-20. Should be Westbrook ball, and we saw the same thing in the women's game today, and I got to give the referees a lot of credit. At least they are discussing things and trying to get this thing right. And it isn't the job of the referees to keep the possession arrow. They have too much going on to remember that, but when it's not 100% certain, they have to go over to scores table and try to work things out. Well, they say it's goal ball again. George, the jumper, no good. Estes fights for the loose ball. Davies comes out, and he gets tackled, and a foul called. Ollie George is said he's out of the game. Ollie George has been kicked out of the game. I'm not sure. Him and Estes were wrapped up and something was going on, and a foul, and the Wildcats will shoot the 1-and-1, and then I'm not sure if there'll be a, he gets kicked out of the game, there's got to be a technical to go with it, you would think. Coach Dempsey trying to get some explanation of that. I have to wonder. That's an awful difficult call to take. Wiener's trying to get an explanation. He's talking to the officials and not sure. Again, Davies will shoot the 1-on-1. He was the one fouled, and then again we had the altercation between Esty and George. And we saw this last year. This is nothing new. I mean, Jerry Joy and Ollie George are both very intense physical players, and they wear their emotions on their sleeves, and in this case they don't have any. They wear them on their arms. But subject to that, Esty, of course, is the type of player that's not going to take a lot of grief. He's going to work in there, and the Wildcats, though, are not taking advantage of this situation, as 1 of 2 made by Davies on his 1-on-1 situation, and Vogel misses the first technical free throw, makes the second. Vogel, a tremendous free throw shooter, 194 out of 234, shooting at 83%. He averages 29 points a game. Wildcats have climbed within 5, and 6-7 Ollie George done for the day. Davies in there, able to draw iron. Good defensive stop for the Eagles. Cobb penetrating. Has a block from behind by Bob Davies. Great help defense. All you young players out there, see that, learn that. That's helping out your Vogel a 3. Say no more. But getting back to Davies, that's helping out your teammate on the defensive end. You see the low post player down there has an advantage. You come in and help out. You can tell he's going to go for the shot. You leave your man, go down and help. Davies did that, and the Wildcats nail a 3 as Vogel spanks it from downtown. It's 27-25. George gets it out on top for Wiener. Cobb penetrates, pulls up, doesn't get the bounce. Alvarez fighting inside, gets called for the offensive foul. Wildcats in the bonus as Rosario and Spence will check back in for Green Mountain. Halftime, we'll try to get a personal account of what happened down there with Ollie George and Nate Estee. I'm awful curious. As Aaron McClure makes the 1-and-1, and he earns the bonus. Second one misses, and Wiener the rebound. 1-point game, 27-26. Green Mountain with the lead and the basketball. Rosario works it up. Cobb spins, dishes in for Wiener. That's 2. No, kicks out. The rim regurgitated the ball, and Lennon around the back gets it for Vogel. Looks for Aaron McClure. Aaron fakes, pulls up a little closer, takes it, no good. Lennon fighting in there, able to keep it alive. Nice pass from Davies to Estes, and Estes couldn't control it. Wildcats go to a 2-3 zone. Spence steps inside the arc, now goes back over for Rosario. Cobb takes the 3. No good. The rebound touched the wire up above. It'll be Wildcat basketball as Werkin, McKinney, and Corey McClure all check back in. Vogel spinning, almost getting it down, gets his own board, gets a bump, no call, but gets the bucket. And the Wildcats lead 28-27. This game is a game of runs, and he who runs last and loudest usually wins. The Wildcats able to answer the early run by Green Mountain, although Rosario comes right back and whacks a 3. It's 30-28. Green Mountain back by 2. Lennon in, and Vogel, no good. Werkin almost had a great slam putback. Two 2:10 to play in the half. That's the word from the PA announcer. Again, the clock broken. We're not able to tell. Neither are the coaching staff. At a huge disadvantage here. Rosario will try another 3. That one long, but the rebound will come out for Cobb. Cobb decides to try it. And Werkin commits the personal foul, and that'll be 3 free throws for Ira Cobb. Cobb, the 5'10 junior out of Stamford, Connecticut. Matt Dempsey really able to do some outstanding recruiting down in the New York, New Jersey area. 11 of his players come out of the New York, New Jersey area, and Stamford, Connecticut is considered New York, New Jersey. Stamford just outside of New York, right around exit 7 on the way into Manhattan. Some 35-40 minutes outside of the Big Apple. Both free throws made, and it's, excuse me, all 3 made, and it's a 5-point lead. McKinney will try the 3. No good. Joy the rebound. Joy puts out the daggers. Gets the rebound and cocks the elbows out. In for Joy. Nice lefty hook, no good. And Wiener almost the putback. Nice steal. Rosario goes in. No good. Put back. No good. Still alive. Wiener leaves it for Cobb. He's able to stay in there, and finally the foul will be called against the Eagles, as they really working very, very hard on the offensive glass, but they don't get rewarded. We've seen the Wildcats have a possession or 2 like that here this afternoon. Wildcats have struggled a little bit from the free throw line here in the first half, as McKinney misses them both. 33-28, Green Mountain up by 5. They've led most of the half. Wildcats came back and momentarily led at 28-27. Reaching foul called on Davies. Only the team 6, so not a 1-on-1 situation. Wildcats had the 1 to waste. Spence comes in, working, challenges. Shot missed. Joy the rebound, and he gets whacked to the floor. Workin doesn't like the call, but McGarrick would have been better served that time to just block the shot, but he really went aggressively at Joy. Huntington will check in for the first time this afternoon. Davies will get a breather.
2 shots for number 25, Jerry Joy. Into the Westbrook lineup, number 22, Aaron McClure. 50 seconds left in the game in the half. 50 seconds left in the half.
Shot missed, and Huntington the rebound. Lennon picked from behind. Great play by Rosario. Rare mistake from the senior Lennon, not being aware of what's behind him, and could hear the teammates yelling as the player approached. Lennon didn't hear it. Rosario, fade away, bang.
Rosario.
In for Aaron McClure, puts it up and in. Great pass from Vogel. Under 10 seconds. Rosario takes it, misses it at the buzzer. I'm trying to get the public address announcer to count down the final 10 seconds of the half. Nancy Amato did that in the women's game in the final 10. He'll get that in the final game. Of course, very difficult here today to keep track of things, and no clock up above makes it tough for the coaches, the players, and anyone interested in watching this one. And there's a great crowd on hand at the Findlay Recreation Center. Our score at the half: Green Mountain Eagles 36, Westbrook College Wildcats 30. Jay Harper and cameraman Steve Poulos along with you on the Westbrook College Television Network. We'll take a break and we'll come back with our halftime stats. We're back momentarily. Welcome back to the Findlay Recreation Center. Jay Harper along with Steve Poulos as we get set for second half action. Wildcats trail 36-30. Scoring in that first half, Werntgen and Vogel had 8 apiece for the Wildcats. 6 for Davies, 3 for Aaron McClure, and a bucket for Andy Lennon and Nate Estee, and 1 point from Chris McKenney from the free throw line. The Eagles were led by Ira Cobb. He had 10. Spence had 8. 7 for Rosario. 5 for Joy, and a bucket for George, Wiener, and Alvarez. Foul will be called on Ira Cobb. Trying to set up Vogel. They get it to him. Vogel can't finish. And Corey McClure charging in, draws the foul. Talking with head coach Matt Dempsey of Green Mountain at halftime. And he said, I'm sure my kid did something. You know, either pushed or took a little punch at him, but I don't think it was in the facial area, on the body. He said, you know, they're both jarring at it. Estee's that type of player. He says George is too. They're going to mix it up. A little surprised that his player got sent to the bench. He goes, you know, technical, fine, to the bench. And that's what most of the fans were saying too. You know, give the kid a technical. Don't throw him out of the game. As Wiener hard to the offensive boards and picks up the bucket. 38-30. Werntgen goes back. His putback won't go down. He fights. Grab, no call. Offensive foul called on Rosario. Andy Lennon, one of the best at getting those. He was disappointed after the Husson game he didn't get a couple, and told him, instead of going for the Academy Award on those, just go for a Tony and you'll probably get more calls. A little overacting. That one a good call, and Lennon gets the turnover back for the Wildcats as they have struggled offensively here today. Green Mountain 6-2 inside the Mayflower. As Davies floats in again, that won't go down. As the regurgitation. Spence, the strong move, but Werntgen gets the block. Corey McClure able to get it out. Vogel, Lennon, Davies, Bob Davies. 4 touches on that play. And a great move back by Rosario. 40-32. Vogel tries the 3. Rosario collects in the corner. Rosario knifing through, no call. Bodies go to the floor. Both teams want a call. Neither one gets it. Wiener tries to plead his case. He doesn't get the call. It'll stay with the Wildcats. Cobb, great move. Wow. The high kiss 42-32. Ball stolen by the Eagles. Rosario out with Lennon getting back. Rosario as Lennon slips to the floor. The lead is 12. Wildcats only have 2 points here, opening moments of the half. Corey McClure gets the rebound. Head fake, no good, and Cobb taking it out. Lennon again, but this time he took a shot. He is in pain. Cobb with the offensive foul. Lennon draws another one. He stays so good. One of the toughest young men you'll find. Andy Lennon, you'd have to drag him off the floor, and he's limping right now, but he's going to stay there. Workin brings it up. Vogel, a nice pass for Lotus. 10-point game. Rosario's hanging shot, no good. Lotus the rebound, loses control. Wiener. Cobb, great crossover dribble. Jumper, no good. Esty gets the rebound. Dump down for Lotus. Lotus powers his way in, but has the block. Vogel puts it back, draws the foul. Lotus, a terrific move, but help side defense. I believe it was Spence who came in and blocked the shot. Vogel able to get the rebound, powers back up. Vogel converts the three-point play. It's 44-37. And again, time not known. Wildcats coming with some full court pressure. Elmar Brown gets it off. Rosario looks in for Spence. Tap back out for Cobb. He goes in, and Lotus will draw the personal foul as Cobb just came charging in. 8-point game, 1 of 2 made at the free throw line. Vogel gets the call against Cobb again. Ira Cobb is being asked to cover Derek Vogel. Cobb now his 4th personal, so that takes a big plug out of lineup. Cobb had 10 at the half. And Vogel makes it. It's now a 6-point game. Rosario gets the save. Cobb trying to penetrate. Kicks for Brown. Brown's 3-ball. Got it. Brown, instrumental in that quarterfinal matchup last year in the conference tournament. Davies goes in, draws the foul. He'll shoot 2. Bodies flying everywhere.
Number 42, Spence, his first. Checking into the Green Mountain lineup, number 21.
Tremendous crowd on here today. And the Wildcats have struggled.
Davies at the line, shooting 2.
Davies makes them both. It's a 7-point lead for the Eagles. Ball almost stolen. All alone down there's Wiener. Catch. Nice kick back for Rosario. Pretty move to the left hand. Rich Rosario, the 6'3" sophomore out of Brooklyn, New York. He's played huge here today for the Eagles. McKinney fakes the long 3. Lennon gives it off for Vogel. Vogel inside, 2 more. Eagles able to break it. Pass, though, stolen. McKinney trying to get it out for Vogel. Gets it to him. Vogel comes in, over for Esty. Beauty. Devo to Esty. Timeout called by the Eagles. And Westbrook College has cut it to 5 and starting to get that fast break offense going. It'll be Green Mountains basketball. Full court pressure put on by Westbrook College, and they got Brown momentarily in trouble. He's able to get it for Spence. Wildcats fall to a zone. Brown takes the 3. He made about 4 threes in the second half, as I said, in that quarterfinal game last year. Vogel. He's fouled by Spence.
Foul to number 42, Davies, his 3rd.
Vogel makes the first free throw. It's 53-46. Devo with both. Brown working against McKinney. Pull-up shot falls. Mascolo able to convert. Big bucket there for the Green Mountain Eagles. McKinney goes baseline, leaves it back for Vogel. Comes out, McKinney able to regroup. Lennon resets the offense. Lennon will try a 3. Got it. Tasmanian Devil from Melrose, Mass. Knocks it down. 55-50. Wildcats led the 28-27 late in the first half, and Eagles have controlled and led the rest of the way. Rosario high off the window, can't get it down. Save attempt by Brown. Steve Huntington checks in. Huntington, the freshman, coming into the game 30% from three-point land, 34-100. He's launched 100 of them, leading the team in that department, attempts. Vogel now with about 36 or 7 made out of about 85 to 90. Davies a long three, short. Joy able to get the rebound. Working almost a steal. And now he does, anticipating. Blocking foul called on Joy. Working will go to the free throw line. And that draws a big round of applause from the bench of the Wildcats and by the home crowd here.
Number 25, Joy, his first. Working at the line, shooting 2.
Working makes them both, and it's a three-point game, 55-52. Brown, nice penetration, goes to Joy, won't go in. Spence fights. Foul called on Westbrook College. Davies' third personal foul, team's fourth. Wildcats already into the bonus as the Eagles have committed 8 personal fouls here in the second half. Mascolo with it out on top. Rosario goes into Joy. Joy spins, Mascolo, baseline shot, got it. Brown a three. Eagles get another chance. Rosario driving baseline, floating in, beauty. Great body control by Rosario. Rankin goes in, he's fouled again. One of two for Workin, and the Wildcats almost able to come up with a rebound. Mascolo, though, advances and gives it up for Rosario. He's been a big key to Matt Dempsey's offense here today, and especially with the ejection of Ollie George halfway through the first half. Rosario tries a three. No good, but the rebound kicks out. Spence, another extra pass. Mascolo, no good, and Davies finally able to come out with it. We get the word. It's 9.5 minutes remaining in the game. Already the 10th personal foul. So the Wildcats will shoot 2 free throws the rest of the way. Davies, a 76% free throw shooter. Makes them both. It's a 4-point game, 59-55. Jerry Joy posting up Lennon. Lennon screaming for help. Vogel came over and tried to assist. Timeout called. Green Mountain fired up and playing well, and they continue to thwart off the attempts and the runs of Westbrook College, leading 61-55, 8:51 to play here in regulation. Jay Harper, along with cameraman Steve Poulos, on the Westbrook College Television Network. Get a little timeout music, and having problems with the wireless mic for the timeout huddles here today, and unable to go inside and give you the listen. Not sure what Coach Graffam is saying right now, but having listened in for a couple of years now, I'm quite positive that he's saying, oh, we're all set, we're hanging tough, 6 down, we're starting to get things our way, play the defense. Defense is doing it. And probably looking for a couple of key matchups on the offense. Again, Vogel starting to pour it on here in the second half, and Eric Werkin has had a strong offensive effort. Werkin, Lennon, McKinney, Davies, and Vogel out for Westbrook College. Joy, Rosario, Mascolo, Brown, and Rosario on the floor for the Eagles. Nice move by Chris McKinney, yes. Ira Cobb sitting on the bench with 4 fouls. Ollie George ejected. Offensive foul called on Jerry Joy, and that's a questionable call, marginal call, but Joy does cock the elbows, and he does put him out. And there he put it up into Werkin, hit Werkin. Werkin took the dive, got the call. Joy, the other emotional kid on the Eagles team. He got pretty upset at that call. McKinney. Oh, Chris McKinney now, he's jarring. McKinney been quiet offensively here this afternoon. Comes up with a great drive and knocks a 3-ball down. Lennon, almost the steal. Lennon and Brown now talking. They get it up ahead to Brown. The dish over. Nice pass for Joy. Eagles have answered the call every time. That's what it looks like. It's going to be the Wildcats forging ahead and taking charge. The Eagles have got themselves regrouped and stayed off the endangered species list. (64-60) as McKinney drives in, draws the foul, and Mascolo trying to cover him. And he's having problems right now. He'll sit down, and Ira Cobb will come back in. Cobb with 4 personal fouls, and he was asked to cover Derek Vogel for most of this game and did a nice job in the first half. But second half, Vogel started to take control, and Cobb was forced to foul. McKinney's got it going. Kenny makes them both, and it's a 2-point game, 64-62. Kenny now covering Brown. Brown schools him, but misses. Joy fights for the rebound. Able to get it. Back for Rosario. He drives in, he walks. He shuffled the feet. He shuffled the feet in a strong, strong call. Esty checks in. Esty baseline and stolen by Wiener. Wildcats had the possession, a chance to tie or take the lead, down 2, but come up empty. Don't even get the shot off. Rosario working on Vogel. Big first step. He goes in, doesn't go down. Wiener saves it. He gets it back, down low post, turn around, rattles, rolls, in. 66-62. Cobb has 4 fouls, so Lennon could challenge. Davies working on Joy, goes in, no call. Wiener the rebound, kicks it up for Rosario. Rosario trying to knife in, gets it for Joy. Traveling called on Joy. Cobb has to tell Joy to settle down. He's about to get a tee. Joy has been jarring at the official last 3 or 4 possessions. McKinney goes in, pulls up, goes for Esty. Nate Esty. The dish from McKinney. This Wildcat team has so many now weapons and so many guys who can pick it up. Rosario kicks for Cobb. They work it for Brown. Wiener. Great move. Bucket won't fall, but a foul call down low. Davies coming over to help. Draws the blocking foul. Wiener misses the front end. 66-64, just under 6 minutes to play here at the Finley Recreation Center in Portland. Green Mountain and Westbrook College battling it out. Wiener misses them both. Vogel comes away with the rebound. Merkin running the floor. Has to regroup though. Kenny looking for Vogel. Misfires. Esty comes back in as he quickly sat down. Wildcats have had 2 possessions now with a chance to tie or take the lead, and both times they haven't got the shot off. Spence trying to work on Vogel, gets the pick. They switch. Wiener now has Vogel. Cobb, nice, nice. Jump step jumper. Jump step move, came in and able to drift back just enough away from Merkin where the big guy couldn't block the shot, and the lead again is 4. Kenny tries a 3, got it! Chris McKinney keeping the Wildcats alive, 68-67. About 5 minutes to play. Spence goes in, kicks it back for Fitzpatrick. They go to Cobb, 3-ball. No good. The long rebound, working. Wildcats have another chance on this possession to take the lead. Down 1. McKinney thinks about the 3, drives in, blocking foul called. McKinney buried the jumper off the window pretty, and whew, this kid boy, he is fun to watch. And now him and Cobb have little words. McKinney laughing. Cobb has been a pretty controlled player here today, really keeping himself in check. McKinney now, he's not your average freshman. He's 5 years removed, 6 years removed from high school, and a mature young man. But a confident young man. He can play this game and struggled in the first half, but boy, has he picked it up here. Peterman, we're tied, 68-68. Got them both. Wildcats lead. Last time they led was at 28-27, and they only held that for just a few seconds. So let's see the defensive effort here by Westbrook College. Brown, same thing, buries a 3. That's what happened last time. The 3 was made. It wasn't Brown, but Lennon goes in around the back for Workin. Workin shot, no good. Tapped out of there, loose. McKinney picks it up. The long 3, Chris McKinney. .350 to play, and boy, same thing as last time. The Wildcats take the 1-point lead, and back come the Eagles, nail a 3. Nice pass in for Wiener. Credit Spence with that one. Drew the defense, the nice bounce pass, and quickly it's a 4-point lead. Almost identical to the last time they took the lead. The Wildcats have only led 2 times in this game. Both times it was very short-lived. Working a 3-ball. Hit the wire, no call, but Spence comes away with a rebound. Anyway, here come the Eagles. Alamar Brown, he's been a key. Down low, Vogel gets pushed off the ball by Fitzpatrick. They missed that one. They missed that one. Workin had the steal, and he got hammered off the ball. Workin takes down Fitzpatrick. Very, very hard foul. Eric Workin pretty upset with Fitzpatrick, and the freshman gets the call. And let's see if it's a hard foul. They don't call the hard foul. Surprised. I think that one deserved a hard foul. Four-point game with 3:40 to go.
2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the game.
2:40, so Wildcats now in danger. They really need to pick it up. Fitzpatrick makes 1 of 2. Esty waiting for the offense to get set. 5-point game with approximately 2.5 to play. Davies bumped, goes to Vogel. Vogel spins, has to go back for Workin. Lennon looking for Esty, can't control it. The dish out for Rosario. He traveled. He traveled. He traveled. They missed it. Spence gets the bucket and the foul. And the Wildcats now in a deep, deep hole. Timeout on the floor.
2 minutes and 15 seconds left in the
Coach Graffam saying the same thing to the official right there. He traveled. They missed that one. This game, though, I mean, human error has played a huge factor in it, and they've gone both ways. Hard to argue either side got the worst end of it. There's been some missed calls along the way. They've gone both ways, and this one a very, very tough one for Westbrook College, because again, it can be that big 5-point swing, the 3-point play converted, as opposed to the no points turnover and a bucket back the other way. Westbrook College down 7 points with 2 minutes to play. They got the 3-point shooters. Vogel, Davies, McKinney, and those three can all shoot the three, but so can Esty and Lennon. Lennon's made 8 on the year. Vogel's made about 36. Esty's made 6. Davies has about 23. McKinney, he has about 8. McKinney's about 8 for 13 or 14 on the season, joining the team the second half of the year, and he's shooting a blistering 62%. That was before the last game. Free throw missed. Loose ball, Vogel. They call a foul on Wiener. 3 officials here today, and they've all struggled. That's a tough thing with 3 officials. There's too much chance for a little bit of disagreement amongst the ranks. I mean, 3 officials, one guy can see it one way, the other can, and the players keep looking to the outside official, the other official trying to get their call. But to the officials' credit, the guy who makes the call gets the call, and they stick with it. It's not been an easy game to call by any stretch of the imagination. Vogel misses the free throw. One of 2. Wiener just hammers Davies to the ground, and he gets the foul called against him. So right now, Green Mountain in control of this game, and they're letting their emotions bring Westbrook College back into the game. Lennon, the senior, taking Chris McKinney, even though McKinney's the probably older player, and taking McKinney out. McKinney having words with Rich Rosario, number 10. We got ourselves a Donnybrook. Davies with big, big free throws. The Wildcats within 5, still breathing. Bob Davies makes them both. It's 76-72. About 1:30 to play. Rosario with a nice crossover step. Aaron McClure in to play defense on him. 2 minutes. Rosario goes baseline. Goes crashing in. Lennon, great sportsmanship, over to pick up Rosario, trying to keep peace here. This is a basketball game. Davies draws his 5th personal foul. Davies again, a good hard working effort. (76-72). A couple of big free throws here for number 10. Rosario misses.
We said the Wildcat program has not lost 2 games except once to conference opponents. And the women lost this afternoon. It happened down in Castleton a couple weeks ago where they both lost, and about to happen for the second time unless Westbrook College can pull one out of their hat here. 77-72. It's very tough in these tight games. They said Lennon stepped on the line. 20-second timeout called by head coach Jim Graffam. Big call right there. Said Lennon stepped on the line as Andy Lennon took it to the paint, took it to the glass. Green Mountain 6-2 in the Mayflower Conference. Westbrook College 7-1. Their only loss coming against Castleton. And that's who Green Mountain lost to as well, was Castleton and St. Joe's of Vermont, their 2 conference losses. Green Mountain, though, about to put some more parity inside the Mayflower Conference if they can hand the Wildcats their 2nd loss of the year. Pass out for Rosario. Rosario is fouled by Lennon. Rosario just made only 1 of 2, so Wildcats opt to foul him, looking and hoping for some misses here from Rich Rosario. He's played a whale of a game today. He makes the first. Got them both. 79-72, 7-point game. Vogel a 3, rattles in and out. Loose ball, Wiener able to get it. Wildcats shorthanded, and Green Mountain with a chance to put it away. Turned the ball over. They had 2 men all alone on the left wing. Minute 10, Wildcats down 7. Rosario, almost a great steal, steps on the line. Lennon get hit, and boy, a late call, but boy, did he ever get whacked. Brown doesn't like the call, but I can't believe it. Pretty obvious from here. So Andy Lennon with 3 free throws. Can bring him back within 4 if he makes all 3. Lotus will check in for Aaron McClure. Lennon makes the first. Shooting right around 60% on the year. Two for Lennon. The Wildcats with 1:05 to play still alive. 1 of 2, but Rosario gets the rebound. Excuse me, 2 of 3. And it's a 5-point game. They foul Rosario again. Two shots for Rosario.
1 minute left. 1 minute.
And Rosario now showing he's got the stroke going from the line. 80-74. Makes them both, and Huntington will check in. They'll replace Lotus. Nadesti goes over for Vogel. Vogel puts it in. Timeout. Back within 5, 81-76.
53 seconds left, 5-3.
Coach Dempsey, very smart here. Something I asked for in the women's game. He says, when it gets under 35, can we go to the shot clock so we can all see it? Makes sense, huh, Steve? Well, you got to give a lot of credit to both teams and coaching staffs here. Matt Dempsey and Green Mountain, a terrific performance here today. They lost Ollie George. Cobb in foul trouble in the second half. Westbrook College struggling today, not playing their best game, but they made their charge, took the lead briefly. Green Mountain has answered every run by Westbrook College to retake control of the contest, and it's been a great battle, great conference matchup, and that's something the Mayflower Conference has been building year after year. The dominance of Westbrook College is now something that the rest of the conference is ready to challenge and say no mas. Wildcats come with a full court pressure. Down 5, they get in for Rosario. Again, they foul him. He's made 5 of his last 6. And now the only way this is going to work for Westbrook College is if they can trade 3 for 2. If they can come down and hit a 3 ball and give up the 2, and they can start creeping back that way. Rosario's got to help the cause here and miss 1 or 2. He's been dead on. Gets the nice roll. Wiener and Fitzpatrick, 2 very big bodies in there to go to the offensive glass in case of free throw miss. So Westbrook College really has to box out in case of that. He's been true. Again, a 7-point game. Vogel thinking about a 3. Lennon will try one. The long one, no good. McKinney gets the rebound, finds Vogel, open for 3. Got it. Another timeout. There you go. You got to trade 3 for 2. So Wildcats will not die. Derek Vogel hits yet another 3. He has been torrid in the 3 department in the last 3 games, averaging 4 a game. Derek Vogel, the all-time leading scorer inside the state of Maine. Most impressive. Vogel with over 2,700 points. Vogel's career totals: 54% field goal shooter, 81% free throw shooter, averaging 7.5 rebounds a game and 23 points per game, averaging 29 points a game this year. And he's somewhere in that vicinity right now. Wildcats have 2 of the top 5 scorers in the state of Maine. Paul Peterson, 1994 grad of Westbrook College, the number 4 all-time leading scorer. Again, it's going to be Rosario, and I have to wonder if
Number 32, Vogel, his second.
so they'll send Rosario one more time to the line. 7 of his last 8. He's due for a miss. What do you say? He's due. Guess not quite yet. Wow. 9 of his last 10. Wildcats down 6. 2 3 balls. Huntington, first one of the day, rattles in and out. Fitzpatrick gets it, and he's fouled.
Number 34, SC, his second.
32 seconds left, they're saying, so now they're going to go to the shot clock. Fitzpatrick, a freshman out of Cumberland, Maine. Misses the first. Freshman not handling the big pressure. Still a 6-point game, so still a chance for 2 possessions if Fitzpatrick will oblige here and miss another. Missed them both. Wildcats with the rebound. Kenny going to the front of the floor. He fakes. SD open. Way off. Vogel fights for the rebound. Goes up. No good. SD up and in. Wildcats don't have any timeouts left. They foul Brown. 18 seconds left.
Fouls number 31, Huntington, his first.
Green Mountain with only 3 players not from the New York, New Jersey area. Wiener's out of Rutland, Vermont. Brown's out of Hartford, Vermont. And Fitzpatrick, the Mainer. (86-81). And again, with this free throw, still a 2-possession game, 2 threes. The Wildcats could do some damage here. SD will take it again. Bang! It's a 3-point game, 1 touch, 10 seconds, 11 seconds left. Fitzpatrick back for Wiener. Wildcats really needed a steal on the inbounds.
Fouls number 11, Lennon, his third.
So now, Justin Wiener, the 6'7" senior out of Rutland, Vermont. That's where the Wildcats will have to travel to play in the conference tournament. He badly misses that. He bricks that bad. So Westbrook College, 10 seconds. He misses here. It's a 3-point game, and the Wildcats with a chance. And if I'm Matt Dempsey, I'd put some players in the paint. They got a box-out shooter. Big free throw. Missed. Wildcats with a chance. 8, 7, 6. McKinney, 3-ball. No good. Huntington the rebound. Comes out. McKinney launches at the buzzer. Oh, baby! Chris McKinney had a chance. And Green Mountain has held on for the huge 87-84 victory. And not without a choke or 2 down the stretch to give the Wildcats a chance. And Chris McKinney, boy, that second launch, it was just a set shot launch. It hit off the glass, and that thing just barely missed, and taking the life out of the crowd here as things quiet down in a hurry. But a excellent game. Green Mountain came, they played. They head to Vermont victorious. Big W for them as they move to 7-2 inside the Mayflower Conference. The Wildcats fall to 7-2 inside the Mayflower Conference. Westbrook College now 16-10 overall, and 14-7 the reverse for Green Mountain. We'll take a quick pause. We'll come back. Final stats and interviews. You're watching the Westbrook College Television Network. Welcome back to the Findlay Recreation Center. Jay Harper with you. Westbrook College Wildcats following in a good one, 87-84, a game that saw them have a couple of huge chances to tie at the end as Chris McKinney had 2 3-balls and just missed on both accounts. And the Wildcats come back from a big deficit, 10, 12 points for most of the half. Led briefly 2 times in this game, 28-27, and then I believe it was somewhere in the high 60s, around 68, 67, that they led there too. And both times, Green Mountain was able to come back and answer with a 3 to take a 2-point lead and quickly reestablish themselves. Heading to the scoring, Green Mountain led by Rich Rosario. Rosario 9 for 10 in the free throw shooting department down the stretch, and he certainly was the difference in this one. He held tight, got his job done at the line. The Wildcats gambled, kept fouling him, and they decided he was the man to foul. And Westbrook College, very much a coaching staff of that caliber. They'll decide that he's the worst free throw shooter. They'll go to him and they'll stick with him. And Rosario proved them wrong as he made 9 of 10 to preserve the W. Wiener missed the 2 big free throws at the end. Maybe he was the guy to foul, but again, that's a decision you make, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. In that case, Wiener obliged and gave the Wildcats their chance to tie, but Westbrook College couldn't answer at the end. Chipping in with 15 points was Ira Cobb. 10 in the first half, 5 in the second. He had 15. Alamar Brown had 3 threes in the second half. He was huge in that department. No points in the first half, 11 in the second. Spence had 10. Jerry Joy had 10. 8 for Wiener, 4 for Mascolo, 2 for Alvarez, and 1 for Fitzpatrick. That's the scoring. Also, Ollie George had a bucket in the first half before he was ejected. For Westbrook College, once again led by Derek Vogel. Vogel had a couple of threes, and he had 23 points on the afternoon. Bob Davies had 14. Chris McKinney came in with 12 in the second half, and again, a strong performance down the stretch, and he had a chance to do it. The kid's got a lot of confidence, and he's a tough player. Wasn't afraid to take those last shots, and he finishes with a 12 in a gallant effort. 11 for Nate Esty, 11 for Eric Workin, as the 2 big guys did a decent job down inside the paint. And then 7 for Lennon, 3 for Aaron McClure, and a bucket for Chris Lotus. The Wildcats fall 87-84, fall to 16-10 overall, 7-2 in the conference, and Green Mountain improves to 7-2 in the conference and ups themselves to 14-7 overall. We'll take a break, back with post-game interviews right after this. Welcome back to the Findlay Recreation Center. Jay Harper being joined by head coach Jim Graffam. Coach, a tough loss here today, a good one, 87-84. Green Mountain seems to really be able to come to this gym and play you some tough games. You go back to the quarterfinals last year here. They always are up and ready to play you. Yeah. What was your feel about today's game? Of course, a lot of things going wrong. Of course, the clock starting and again, coming out not shooting that well.
Well, I think the way my team played kind of summed up my day, to be honest with you. I started it early this morning. But anyway, I felt that Green Mountain, they've added what they need. They got some good outside scoring. They're really big inside, and we knew it was going to be a challenge coming in. We got into, I think, big game lows by defeating Huss and then going to Thomas. We struggled up there offensively, and I knew the first 10 or 12 minutes here it was going to be a struggle. But we can't blame it on that. We have to look at what they did to us, and we got to get ready for them because we got them in a week.
Now, how do you feel about this year's tournament being at a neutral site, being down in Vermont? Being the #1 team isn't as big a deal as in years past because, of course, you wanted to host the tournament when you were #1. Now, is it such a big deal?
Well, Jay, you got to look at it both ways. I mean, number one, if we were the #1 team and we hosted, obviously that would be great. But now you want to be #1 because you want to try to get the #4 seed going down into that semifinal game and let the 2 and 3 teams beat the heck out of each other, and hopefully you'll have an easier game. And then you've only got to play one real physical and emotional game to really get there. Not that it's all that easy, but at least you got a lesser opponent. But and as far as it being a neutral site, we've been down there. We've played once. We played very well there. It's well lit, and it's a nice building to play in. I think our guys have some pretty good memories as far as how we played.
And it might be a home place because the next 3 weekends in a row, you should be down in Vermont. So you're going to get used to traveling to Vermont on the weekends and some big games coming up. Getting into the nuts and bolts of today's game, I mean, again, you had some kids step up late. McKinney stepped up big in that second half, and Vogel, again, inside doing the job that he did. What do you feel was a difference, though, in today's game in their play?
Well, I felt, let's look at a couple other things. I mean, at the halftime,
time, you know, we're down 6, but it was 36-30. And, I'm saying downstairs, well, let's just play offense because, we held them to 36 points. I wanted the game to get up to into the 90s, and I said, geez, we're going to be right there. But I felt that every time that we made a run at them, they answered, just like they did, last year in that final game here. It seemed like, we kept coming and coming. We kept trying to hold them off, but they had the big three-pointer when they needed it. And today we took the lead, I think it was twice in the second half, and they wound up either hitting threes or at least going ahead on the very next possession. So I felt that Match Kids, just really held their composure, and, they ultimately beat us. Although we could have made that last three.
Yeah, 2 attempts at it, too. And the second one, the launch, almost fell in. But now getting ready for Notre Dame tomorrow in the final push here inside the conference. A lot of conference games coming up. You've won 5 out of your last 6. You had a 5-game winning streak until tonight's game. What do you feel for the last push? Is your team going to be able to overcome this?
Well, yeah, I mean, I feel very good about my team. I mean, first off, I'd like to see Green Mountain play a lot of teams in the state of Maine because they've got 2 guys 6'7". They got a couple forwards that can really play. Their guards are excellent, and we played them fairly well. Our team has really been gelling in the last week and a half, and I feel that for the next 2 weeks we're going to play our best basketball going into the tournament, and I think we'll be very dangerous when we get there.
All right, a tough loss today. Jim Graffam, my guest on our post-game show. Again, the Wildcats fall 87-84, fall to 7-2 inside the conference, still right in the thick of things, and a big game here again tomorrow. From a camera and Steve Poulos, I'm Jay Harper saying so long.